What is up, all you teens around the community of Sussex? I hope you're having a great week. I'm so glad that you decided to tune in today for today's Talk About It video. Yes, that's right. Even though I don't have the tacos behind me here in this office, we are still answering all of your questions. And today we've got some really fun ones. We've got some fun ones about just your week in general, some more this or that questions, and then also more of the deep thinking type of questions. So stay tuned because we're going to get right into our questions. So here we go! All right, friends, like I said, we're going to get right into our questions today. And the first question that we have from you guys is, what has been the best part of your week? So I know some of you are probably like me and didn't have a very good week. There's a lot of things that have been stressing me out. There's a lot of change going on in my life, and a lot of things that just are hard to deal with in the world right now. And I think the best part of my week is something that I've just been doing right now today in my office, and that is I've been playing a little bit of guitar. So, over the course of the pandemic, I haven't really been able to play much guitar, nor have I had many things to play for. However, today I picked up the guitar and I started playing some songs that I have upcoming for some church events and things like that. And it felt really good to pick the strings and have my fingers hurting a little bit from chording. But yeah, it was great. I think that is probably what has been the best part of my week, and I really enjoyed playing the guitar. So I hope that you have had something that has made your week worthwhile and that you have something that you can add. And if you'd like to, you can share that in the comments of whatever platform you're watching this video on, as we share it all over the place. But yeah, that has been the best part of my week, is what I would say, is playing the guitar. All right, our next question for our Talk About It Friday video today is, if you could do anything right now, what would it be? So I think if I could do anything right now, what I would be doing is I would be hiking at a specific place in Marquette. See, my brother lives up in Marquette, Michigan, and I have visited him a few times over the course of the last few months. Now, every time we go up, there is a specific hike that I really want to do, and that is hike up Hogback Mountain. Now, Hogback is one of the more tricky hikes of Marquette, as it is more steep than most of the hikes. It is longer than most of the hikes, and I've never done it. And every time I've gone up, it's a thing that I want to do. But every time that I've gone up, the weather just hasn't been good enough for us to do it quite safely. So if I could do anything in the world right now, it would be to be on a hike with my brother going up Hogback Mountain. I know it's super specific, but that is precisely what I would want to be doing right now. So Lance, if you're watching, I want to go hiking with you. Let's go! All right, so those are the first of our opening questions today. And now we're going to get into some this or that questions. The first this or that question comes from one of you guys, and it is, do you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream more? Now this one had me thinking. This is a very tough question because I definitely love ice cream. I love all kinds of ice cream.
I love cookie dough ice cream. I love chocolate ice cream. I love moose ice cream. I like any kind of swirl ice cream. I like peanut butter ice cream. I like any kind of vanilla ice cream. It's all really good. I like Mackinac Island fudge. I love anything with like mint chocolate chip, and it's all great.
So you can see that I really love ice cream, and to pick chocolate over vanilla, my ice cream journey is very like on a linear scale. So I have really enjoyed chocolate all my life, but I think now I'm more of a vanilla person. However, I will say that if I am just selecting vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream, I'm gonna go with chocolate ice cream. Chocolate ice cream beats vanilla in a taste-off battle. But I will say that I love things with vanilla ice cream. I like the flavor of vanilla with things. But if I'm going to choose chocolate or vanilla ice cream to just have, it's going to be chocolate. Hands down, it's going to be chocolate. All right, so the next question that we have that is a this or that question is another fun one. And it is, would you rather have a home movie night or would you rather go to the theater to see the movie? So for me, this one is plain and simple. Although movie nights are fun to have at your house where you can snuggle up with a blanket, get some popcorn, and then sit and watch in the dark, and it's really fun, I definitely have to go with watching a movie in the theaters. You cannot beat when you're watching a movie and it's in week one of it being coming out and you're in the theaters. It's a different feel. I have really missed going to the movies during the pandemic, and that is somewhere that I will be right when everything is safe for everybody to go out again. For example, seeing Avengers Endgame in the theaters could not wait for a movie night. It had to be in the theaters. That is all I have to say about that. Okay, so my second to last question for this video might sound a little strange, but bear with me. It's a huge topic that I've heard and read a lot about, and how everybody's kind of struggling with this right now. So the question is, how well have you been sleeping? I've been reading a lot from many different sources, and I've been listening a lot to the news talking about this as well, is that over the course of the pandemic and over the course of all the stress that everybody's been under, people aren't sleeping the best. And so I want to talk about how sleep is important for us, but also that during this time when we have so many stresses going on in our life, if you're struggling with your sleep, that is okay, and you are not alone. I want to talk about the fact that if you have been struggling sleeping, you're not alone. It's also a normal body function. So with all of this research that has been being done on how people are sleeping right now and the sleeping patterns of which people are taking to, and how people aren't sleeping the best because of all the stress that they're under due to all the circumstances that are going on in the world, that it is a normal body reaction right now. So our body is undergoing amounts of stress that we probably haven't faced in a long time, and your body might be fighting against that by taking away from your sleep. So if you are struggling with your sleep, I encourage you to do some research on ways in which you can help yourself get better sleep. I know that's something that I've been doing, is looking up ways in which I can sleep better and methods of what I can follow, like turning off my phone before I go to bed and not having a bunch of screen time is one of the examples that I've been trying to do. But I just want to make sure that if you have been struggling with your sleep, it is okay, and that it shouldn't be too much of a panic for you, because right now it's just what your body is doing under the current stressors that it has. So I know it's not fun when you cannot sleep. I remember being in school and having a lot of sleep issues. Sometimes I wouldn't fall asleep until 2 o'clock in the morning when I had to watch the TV, but it is okay, and there's help for you, and there are ways in which you can get help to sleep better. So I know it's a weird question to be like, hey, how are you sleeping? But it is an also important thing with all the stress that people are under, and it's an important thing to not just forget about, and to remind yourself that it is a natural body function right now of undergoing stress. So that is that question. The final question for today kind of ties right in with that, about how a lot of people are undergoing a lot of stress, whether it be in the workplace, whether it be at school, whether it be with your family. Stress is kind of all over the place, and it's highly elevated due to the pandemic and due to the world in which we are living on this virtual platform for the most case. But the final question for today is, how can I manage my stress? So I'm going to leave you with one tip that I have been doing over the course of this past week, which has been a very stressful week for me. And that is, I go into each and every day with an exact plan of what I am going to do, and set out my goals pretty much. So for today and every day this week, I've gone on my phone and I've made a list in the Notes app of all the things I can do, and I've created a checklist. This helps me stay organized and stay on task so that I don't have much stress to worry about as far as my organization of what I'm going to do. I plan it out the night before, and then I feel really good going to bed. So last night I created my list, and I felt so good about what I was going to be getting done today that I woke up with the motivation to get through the day and do all the things that I'm checking off on my list. So I think if you're really struggling with managing your stress, a good thing to do for you is to prepare a list of things you can do for the next day. That way you'll feel good about what you're going to be getting into tomorrow, and then you can wake up with the motivation to get everything done on your list. That is what I've been doing. It's been working really well, and I encourage you to try it out. So friends, that is our video for today. Thank you for coming by and talking about all these great things that we have for our Talk About It Friday video. I hope you enjoyed listening to my answers of how my week's been going and my this or that's and how we can deal with stress right now. If you have anything to add to this video, please feel free to reach out and contact me or drop a comment below. I'd love to continue the conversation even more than what we have here with just you and I like this. So let's continue the conversation. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you back here next week when we get into some more Monday motivation. Have a good one, everybody. See you later.